Good morning, Spiritual View. Welcome in and welcome to your reading. I am Marsha. I am one of the hosts here on the channel. I am your Monday morning host, and we are a collective of soul sisters who have come together. We have merged our modality and our magic to bring you daily videos Monday through Friday. And we also go live on this channel once a week. And we are going to change the time of our life. I know, we had a programming change and we changed the day. We went down to just one live a week instead of two, but just trying to get our bearings and what really works for our group. And Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes, we're going to roll that back 1 hour and start at 7 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully, you'll find us. If you are subscribed and have those notifications are, you damn sure will get a notification whenever we go live and when new videos are posted. So go ahead. It costs you nothing, and it really helps send us out into the algorithm. Other like-minded and soul-centered souls will find us that way. So let me draw a couple of oracle cards just to get an idea of what spirit wants our attention on this week. What a weekend. Oh my gosh, what a weekend. Listen, we have Sun is now in Taurus. There are lots of planets at the 0 points of cardinal signs, lots of fire energy out there. And although I'm pre-recording this, I suspect we're going to wake up on Monday morning and go, what's going on? What is going on? So let's just drop in and take a deep breath and let's get some advice from Spirit. I'm going to draw a card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. What we think is going on, discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Well, holy cannoli. There have been lots of points of disclosure that have come to light lately, and that's going to continue to happen. What we think is going on is that we're meant to stay in that moment and react. We are not. You are to be the observer. The true master is still in times when the truth that's being discovered and disclosures that are coming out are so earth-shattering. We've talked about being in unprecedented times in the astrology, and that is bearing out in the collective on the world stage right now. Okay. But this is in the spread and the position of what we think is going on. And we think we're here to discover these great truths. And like I said, um, kind of react to them. But here it says you stand in the light of your truth. So I know our action is to be still in this moment, to just be still. What's really going on is we are navigating by the stars. This is these outer planet movements. These are secular patterns that the astrology of these great nations have been poised. You yourself, think about the pivotal moments that have happened in the last 30, 60, 90 days that have closed some timelines in your life and opened up others. And by timelines, let's just break it down real simple, okay? And see if I can give you an example. You are at home and you get a phone call. You're in the midst of doing various multitasking things as we do, but you get a phone call and you look at it. Are you going to take the call or not? The second you decide to take that call, all other timelines that you could have been pursuing for the next 20, 30 minutes, whatever, have just collapsed into this one. Okay. You can still multitask, but you see what I mean? That's what happens when you make bigger choices. You interview at several companies. There's several opportunities out there. Okay. You get a couple of offers. You have to close down certain timelines to take one. And believe it or not, your soul agreed to a certain timeline overall that you would end up following when you are here in this incarnation. And it is mapped out for you in the stars. It absolutely is. Don't believe me? Book a personal reading and we'll take a deep dive. Okay. But here, follow your bliss. All kinds of truths are coming out. Pretty shocking information, not just on the world stage, in our very personal networks, in our families, in our neighborhoods, in our local governments, and in our personal one-to-one relationships. Some truths, some hard and heavy truths came out. And I feel like with Mars going into Leo, Leo is about joy. Ultimately, you can say a lot of things about Leo, but they stay in joy. Okay. Follow your bliss. Continue your spiritual work this week. Super, super, super important. Okay, Spirit, let's talk a little bit about why this is going on. Why? We are evolving at this time in history, in the history of mankind. You've likely had many incarnations, but you've come this time for a certain purpose, leading by joy, by following your bliss, not necessarily needing the whole path lit up before you. But let's see, let's ask the tarot. Breaking toxic patterns. Wow, the devil. That is true. There are so many people in certain classes of society, in certain areas of the world, and even in personal relationships that we choose, we are enslaved. And fear holds us back. Fear keeps us in, I was going to say in, but with people and in places that we don't belong. There is a narrative right now purposefully trying to make you think less of yourself or slant things in a negative way. And if you are following your bliss, breaking away from this, I know that inertia. I know what it takes to do that, okay? But we have to break away from any toxic, whether it's, I'm hearing a lot about this on the world stage. There are systems in place that have kept the whole of society, the whole of humanity in the dark for their bidding, for their own selfish purposes. And when that happens and going on in the collective, you can damn well better bet it trickles down to you and me and our personal lives, right? If this is a job situation, there's been something at work that came to light. Somebody wasn't giving you credit where credit was due, or you were passed over for certain projects and now you know why. And it had nothing to do with your quality of work. You've got to move on, follow your bliss, and get out of any kind of relationship or situation where you feel enslaved. Oh, what's our next best move? Be joy now. Hello, the sun. Hello, Leo. Naked like a jaybird. Happy and free. Wow. Bold, daring, riding bareback in the sun. Following your bliss. There's nothing else to do right now. If it doesn't light you up, don't do it. And this just came to mind because I've had this come up in for me personally, but it's like if I'm supposed to go to, oh man, and this is too bad because if you had to celebrate Easter in the evening yesterday, that energy got really strange and very competitive. Yeah, and it was in Leo and Mars, and I was just picturing some Easter egg hunts that maybe didn't go so well. But anyway, I digress. Our next best move is to embrace the joy and creativity and the higher octave of what is Leo that shines out, that's inspiring. Okay. I love that as the antidote to the devil energy. Like you've just got to shine brighter than that toxic bullshit that's around you. And what I was going to say is, it reminds me of like if I had to go to a family function and be with somebody who, well, this happened to me, who I knew had spoke ill of me. And then I was to expected to sit down and eat food that they prepared for me. I have the distinct thought that if I eat this food, it's as if I agree to being poisoned. So don't agree to any kind of even subtle mindset, relationship, whatever it is that feels like this, because your like basic vibrational energy should be this all the time. This is what you're striving for, okay? Not even striving for, that's just the base, okay? Ah, what we don't see coming. Page of Cups. I love this. Silly, fun. Could be a message, a creative message, reinforcing that you must stay. I hear naive, but naive is not the word. You must stay in joy, expecting that the universe has wonderful surprises ready to peek up right at you right now. Whew, astrologically speaking, the from now until the end of this month, it is going to get a little rough, y'all, out on the world stage, and no one can ever take your joy. No one can take that from you. One small act of joy ripples out. Oh my goodness. Underneath, we do have a choice coming this week, a material choice for sure. But the choice is going to bring in justice. Watch what you choose to believe this week. Mhm. It's all fated. It's for our best and highest good. All right, let's get one more oracle card. Advice from Spirit. I'm going to go back to this Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler deck. Yeah, navigating by the stars. Listen, if you haven't had an astrology reading, you should think about getting one. Starting to learn to understand your birth chart, when certain transits are happening, and why it's affecting certain areas of your life. It just gives you, you know, a little peek around the corner, if you will. Okay. Final message from Spirit, advice from Spirit for the rest of this day. All right, we'll take you. Rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. Yes, April showers bring the Mayflowers, and it is time for, as we head out of Aries season, where we were really birthing in that cardinal energy, new identities, finding our soul tribe, making decisions about what family meant to us, reinventing family if we had to, clearing So much clearing of karmic ties took place last year. And with all the retrograde planets we had at the beginning of this year, this really is the time for this wonderful rejuvenating rain to come. Planting the seeds in this Taurus season, sowing the seeds for wonderful abundance to come. But we've got to clear that away. Let the rain wash all of that residual grief or loss or whatever. Just let your tears flow right with that rain so that you can't tell if it's rain or if it's your tears. It's universal. It's one in the other. The drop in the ocean and the ocean in the drop of your tear. Okay? Oh my goodness, spiritual view. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, leave me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. And for pit's sakes, quit fussing around and subscribe to the channel. We are going to be rolling out some memberships and some really awesome perks here in the near future, and you don't want to miss a thing. So until Thursday at the live, and if I don't see you then, come back and check me out next week. But until then, take care. Bye-bye.